Wake production.
All right, what is poppin'? Now let's take a look at these crypto related stocks here, right? We got Bitfarms. Now, if you haven't already, I have a playlist called the NCB Trades Crypto ETF. Check out all the stocks that I mentioned in there. A lot of them have serious potential right now. Of course, there's going to be a few duds. For example, I think this one might be a potential dud. I don't think it'll perform as well as a lot of these names that are in there, right? Performed very well once before. Not 100% sure if it's going to come again. But anyways, Bitfarms. This is one of the names I do think will perform very well. I've marked out a bunch of these zones. So how about we erase all this and get into this breakdown real quick. Right? So of course I've marked it out on a bunch of names. This is euphoric, right? Huge euphoria at 11 something. Now no one's talking about this stock, right? Made a massive low at 54, 53 cents. So from its very high, we're down so bad. 95%. Nobody is looking at this, and it's probably, in my opinion, one of the more obvious plays in the market. A lot of these crypto related stocks are. So here we'll mark out this zone right off rip, right? You could use a box. I like using the box because it helps you identify like an actual zone. This is just a line, so don't take it so literally. This line is a supply or resistance zone that goes from around 144 towards that 165 range, right? So this is almost like a launch pad that's developing. As you could see, we mark a massive low in the stock, and that's at like 54 cents in this range. Now, when we're looking at its trend, right, it was in a downtrend, but this is the first higher low it's made right here in a long time, which is worth noting in terms of, the trend reversal. That's what we're paying attention to. We're trying to catch moves on these names that are going to give us a large ROI here. And the way to do that is to identify when the trend changes. So we'll zoom out and just look at the weekly time frame to get a better idea of what's going on, right? Weekly time frame, the stock makes basically low after low. We start from high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. So that's the first essentially, what's the word I'm looking for? Why does it slip my mind? It's the first identification that the trend is changing. So it's important to pay attention to this. Okay, like you don't want to ignore this just because the stock is down. That's when you want to pay attention. Like you got to have a contrarian mindset when you're looking at markets. When everyone else isn't looking is when you want to look. So here on Bitfarms, we make our first higher low, and we've spent several weeks here. Let's count. Since we make this new big push, large volume coming in, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 3 months of basically consolidating and absorbing this move. So it's creating this launch pad here that's giving us a good opportunity to essentially get in before we make our way up into this $2.60 zone, which is our next supply area right around here. Right around here. So again, this is when we want to pay attention to these names. They're providing a great opportunity to catch a nice swing move, and for those that are paying attention, you're going to reap the rewards off it if you position yourself correctly. Again, not going in too large of a size and then screwing up your psychology so that you don't get the maximum amount of profit on this swing that could potentially happen in the next few weeks here. That's what we're looking at. So I like the volume coming in. Of course, it seems as if it wants to make lows, but we've marked here that higher low. So what we're looking for now is the move into this range here, somewhere in here. So now let's look at the daily time frame and see what's popping around that area. Well, right here, there's going to be another supply area. So this is what we're looking for. There's a large gap in the stock around this zone. So we could look at this area right here. I'm going to fix this for you guys right there. So this is the area we're looking at where we could have a potential opportunity where we run right up into this zone, develop another area where we need to digest that move. And from here, that's around a 50% play. Not bad at all, right? So depending on how you want to size that, there's a 50% move that is way more likely to happen now that we've seen the the main trend essentially get reversed here. Earnings looks interesting, and remember, Bitfarms, they're a miner, I believe, so they're worth paying attention to if you're anticipating Bitcoin's price is going to increase. So that's the breakdown there. Peace, guys.